Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news folks. If you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape lately, especially within the NFC North, you've probably noticed some seismic shifts happening that could reshape the division's hierarchy for years to come. And right at the center of this storm is the potential addition of Patrick Surtain II to the Chicago Bears. Yes, you heard right. The Bears are reportedly eyeing the Denver Broncos' star cornerback, a true shutdown artist, a player who's been dominating the league with his elite coverage skills. This isn't just some rumor. It's a strategic move that could turn the Bears' secondary into one of the best in the NFL. And honestly, it might just be the missing piece in their quest to become serious contenders again. Now, let's break down why Surtain II could be the game changer the Bears need. First, the guy is a shutdown corner. Over his career, he's racked up 12 interceptions, with 4 of those coming in 2025 alone. And those aren't just numbers, they're game-defining plays. His ball skills are top-notch, with 11 pass breakups this season alone, and he's also been a reliable tackler with 48 stops so far. But what really sets him apart is his coverage grade, a staggering 84.7, which puts him firmly in the top 10 among NFL corners. When you watch him play, it's clear he's a true lockdown guy. He allows just 0.55 yards per cover snap, a number that speaks volumes about his ability to shadow receivers and shut down passing lanes. His ability to suppress opposing quarterbacks is also evident in his passer rating allowed, sitting at an incredible 50.1. That means quarterbacks often avoid throwing his way, knowing the risk of throwing into that elite coverage. And he's not just good in man coverage. He's also smart in zone, reading plays well enough to avoid targets altogether, 52 targets avoided this season. And when the ball is thrown his way, he's often right there making plays. His EPA per pass allowed is a solid -0.22, indicating he's not just defending well but actively making plays that matter. And let's talk about his recent performance. Against the Kansas City Chiefs, Surtain II was locked in. Only 3 receptions allowed for 22 yards over 45 snaps, despite battling a hamstring injury that limited him in Week 6. Even then, he still negated +1.4 yards per route, showing that his impact isn't just in stats, but in how he disrupts an offense's timing and rhythm. His performance compares favorably to other top corners, even outgrading players like Johnson by over a point in coverage grade, and matching elite talents like Sauce Gardner, who posted an 85.2 grade in 2024. Now, why would Denver consider trading such a valuable piece? Well, it's all about strategy and cap space. The Broncos, sitting at a $66 million cap for 2026, are in a position where they have to make tough choices. They're looking to free up cap space, especially to sign players like Williams, who commands $18 million. Denver's focus seems to be on building around youth, especially on the offensive line and other key positions, rather than holding on to veteran players like Surtain, who might be seen as a luxury rather than a necessity for their long-term plans. It's also worth noting that Denver isn't keen on repeating the same mistakes of the past without acquiring additional draft picks, so a trade makes sense for them if it helps rebuild or retool with future assets. For the Bears, landing Surtain would be a massive boost. Their secondary, currently allowing about 25.6 points per game and over 300 points overall, would instantly elevate to a new level of elite. They get a corner who can shut down the division's top receivers, a player who can flip the field and create turnovers. With Surtain in the lineup, the Bears' pass defense could see a projected 20% increase in interceptions, jumping from 10 to 12, and EPA def would improve by +0.10. Opponents' yards per target would drop by approximately 1.5 yards, making it even harder for teams to move the ball through the air. Adding a player of Surtain's caliber isn't just about immediate impact. It's about setting a tone for the future. The Bears already have a solid defense, but with Surtain they could turn into a true powerhouse, a unit that's feared across the league. His presence would also open up more opportunities for blitzes, especially with Eberflus dialing up more sacks. If you recall, the Bears' sack total last season was 28, but with a player of Surtain's ability, that number could easily see a modest increase, maybe up to 32, as opposing quarterbacks feel the pressure and hesitate to throw into tight windows. And let's not forget about the division race. The Bears are currently looking to climb higher in the NFC North, and acquiring a player like Certain II would be a statement move. It's a way to say, we're here to compete and we're serious about winning. The division, which has been somewhat dominated by the Vikings and Lions in recent years, could see a real shakeup if Chicago lands such a premier talent. The Vikings and Lions have been building solid rosters, but with Certain in the fold, the Bears could become the team to beat in 2024 and beyond. Now, looking at the bigger picture, the Bears' Super Bowl odds are already on the rise, especially with their recent draft moves and the development of their young core. But adding a player like Certain could be the final piece that pushes them over the edge, making them legitimate contenders for a deep playoff run. The odds, which were at plus 4,000 earlier this year, have already dropped to plus 2,200, reflecting the growing confidence in their potential. If they manage to pull off this trade, it could even further boost their chances, turning whispers into roars, and transforming the Bears from a rebuilding team into a serious threat in the NFC. So what does this mean for the fans? Well, it's exciting, isn't it? The idea of seeing Certain lining up across from the division's best receivers, shutting them down, and helping the Bears dominate on defense, it's a thrilling prospect. It's also a reminder that the Bears are not just content to rebuild. They're actively looking to win now, to be competitive, and to bring that championship mentality back to Soldier Field. The defense is central to this plan, and Certain's addition would be a huge statement that the Bears mean business. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. Trades of this magnitude involve negotiations and cap considerations, but all signs point to a real possibility that Chicago could be making a bold move. With the right package of draft picks and cap maneuvers, they could bring in Certain and immediately upgrade their secondary. That's the kind of move that can shift the entire division and give the Bears a real shot at making noise in the playoffs. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Certain II is the right fit? Are you excited about the possibility of him donning the Bears, navy and orange? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. Let's keep the passion alive and continue to support our team through every twist and turn of this exciting journey. We're on the verge of something special, a new era for the Chicago Bears, and it might just start with a bold move for Patrick Certain II.